Where you at, Berto?
Jake Paul admits he up choosing this opponent. I think we're talking about G Davis, man. I really want to see this fight come into fruition. Not because I think it's like, you know, the best thing to happen in boxing or anything like that, but I just, at this point, just want to see the results. But it's probably rigged. Boxing at this point has got to just be showbiz, man.
What's poppin', y'all? One of the biggest F-ups that just happened this year, and this one bothers me because I actually really wanted to see this fight, is Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul. Gervonta Davis would call out Jake Paul over a year ago when he was fighting Mike Tyson. He's like, oh, to the bozo that shared the ring with Mike, you a whole bozo for this. And you didn't get the job done, poopy head. And they were like leading up, like there was a Aiden Ross did a stream with Jake Paul where this guy was driving in a Bugatti. Just a side note, I think Bugattis are really ugly.
Bro, me too. Like for $1 million fucking plus, I'm not riding around in no Bugatti. I'm super straight.
Now I'm saying this as a person that doesn't even have a vehicle, right? Like, how are you going, hey, from outside the club when you can't even get in? Listen, hey,
sorry, we can judge,
right? Like, I guess I should just shut up. But this clip was him driving to the venue where they were going to do like a promotional event. I'm gonna play that for you guys right now.
Say you're sorry to Gervonta, bro.
Sorry, Gervonta, for being late. I know you have plenty of things to do, like punching your baby mama and stuff.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, bro.
Dude!
Yo, wait, I didn't say that out loud.
All right, Chad.
I won.
So there was a lead up to this fight. It was supposed to happen on Netflix, and it got canceled.
The fight got canceled?
Now, a lot of people didn't know why it was getting canceled or why they were looking for replacements. Like, for instance, Francis Ngannou was tapped for being a replacement fight, which I think would have been another great fight. Right? Like, Francis Ngannou had knocked down Tyson Fury, who Tyson Fury's like, what, 6'8", 6'9"? Tyson Fury's a giant. And Jake Paul versus Francis Ngannou, they probably would have been in a similar weight class. That would have been a difficult fight for... I think that would have been the most challenging fight that Jake Paul would have taken. Well, we would get some details from Lauren LaRosa, who would claim that this is why Gervonta Davis pulled out. And Jake would say something that's a little bit conflicting. So Lauren LaRosa of The Breakfast Club, she said, I have exclusive details on why. I've been told Netflix was looking for a reason to part ways for several reasons. On top of the fact that the fight wasn't selling. See alleged their reasons below.
Really?
The fight selling is not a thing, though, because it streams for free on Netflix. Well, for free, quote unquote. If you have any Netflix plan, you could stream the show or stream the events. So I don't understand how the fight selling is a thing. It wasn't like pay-per-views. And, well, are they talking about the specific event, the venue selling? If that's the case, but I don't even think that's where most of the money would be made for Netflix.
Yeah.
He says,
that doesn't really make sense to me.
I was told by a source who'd know that Tank Davis was allegedly horrible to work with, number 1. 2, late all the time. 3, wouldn't promote the fight. The word my source used for Gervonta Tank Davis was, quote, spoiled. I'm told Netflix has also scrapped their countdown content planned to air the week leading up to the fight. My source also alleges that there is a video from the Club Tootsies incident developing. I think this source is Jake Paul or somebody close to Jake Paul, because Jake said the same thing. And man, oh man, oh man. So Jake would send out this following tweet, because people were saying that they pulled out because Gervonta caught a new case for a DV incident, and that's why everything pulled out. Gervonta Davis has a history of DV. We've seen a couple of boxers get into situations like this with their woman or a woman that they wanted.
Yeah, unless they're going to jail, though, that's not going to be the reason why the fight doesn't happen.
And that's why, or fighters in general, that's why I always say that people are like, man, he would put hands on a chick, he wouldn't put hands on a man. No. These guys start off putting hands on dudes, and then they put hands on chicks. I've never seen... like a quote-unquote DEI hands where they're only putting hands on chicks, at least from a famous person's perspective, right? But Jake Paul would tweet out, Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, to the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that mean. Yeah, I'll just be quiet.
I don't think kids are involved.
Yeah.
I don't want to give this woman hitter a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. I didn't. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved.
Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it, but that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash, and the big talk of the town is
Is this a scam, Berto? What is this? What?
well, look at this guy and this guy. All people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
Now, I will say that his company, Most Valuable Fighters, does champion women. Like, they've had women on the cards that most of us didn't care to watch fight. We didn't even know, like, who's the girl or the woman that's a really skilled boxer. He's put a lot of paper in her pocket, so he for sure does that. But he got Gervonta Davis when he knew Gervonta Davis's history already of putting hands on chicks, so we're not doing that. But we're also not taking away from credit from Jake Paul. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at Most Valuable Promotions, and to my team who worked so hard prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture and sports, including in positions of power. I hope you people moving forward look beyond this fake streetwear pieces swag, quote unquote, and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, it's on to the next one. As always, anyone, anytime, any place, Jake. And he would be on a call. I'm going to play you guys 2 clips of the call that he was on where he was quite emotional talking to Aiden Ross about this event not happening.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, people don't realize how much effort is put into these training camps, and like, people literally don't see their kids for months at a time, and this guy is like such a piece of shit, bro. He pulled up to 2.
Honestly, yeah, that's some pussy shit, G, bro. Like, honestly, there's just no way. Whether you hate Jake Paul with a passion, whether you are a huge fan of boxing to the point where, like, you literally hate Jake Paul's guts, just the whole premise, especially this deep into the campaign, like, if this would have happened 1 week out of, like, the fight being announced, you know, we probably all would have just brushed it off and be like, we probably thought the fight was fake anyway. Like, this shit was never even gonna happen. But you know, it went on for months. Like, bro, I don't understand it. That just be good. Stand on business. I think that's just good principles as a man. Stand on business. If you show up if you're gonna do something, you say you're gonna do something, you sign up for something. You know what I'm saying? There's other people on the line. There's other people's jobs on the line, taking away time from their families. Just lock in and do it, bro. It's bigger than just you. You a boxer. This is what you do. You put on a show for the people.
Bootsies and beat up a girl, dragged her through the parking lot, and punched her in the face. And it's like, bro.
Okay.
Like,
wait, but how do you know that happened?
It's a lawsuit. Miami-Dade is coming. There's video, like, everything, bro. He did this shit in public. Like, you have to understand, this guy was sober, driving to Tootsie's. And it's just like, I'm going to beat this girl up. Like, he wasn't even drunk.
Damn.
But yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
But yeah.
And that, I just can't even respect that as just a man, period, bro. You putting your hands on a woman for what? For what? There's never a good reason. But then it's like, you got all the money, you got all the fame. You can be with any woman you want, essentially. It's like, why? Why? What could she have possibly done that could have moved you to the point where, you need to be putting your hands on her? There's never a good reason, but just put yourself in his shoes. It doesn't make no fucking sense, bro.
I feel bad, bro. I wanted to hang out with you and...
Yeah, I don't know.
No, we're literally here hunting.
Oh, who is that?
These are my homies.
Damn.
But we're literally hunting right now.
Okay, I'll let you guys get to it, Jake, but I'm sorry you're going through that.
No, it's all good, bro. But I really wanted to hang out, knock this guy out. Like, it's the craziest part about it is that these guys who are like terrible people have such big fan bases and
he sounds so saucy.
Rise to the top of sport and culture, and they're just pieces of shit. That's what I hate the most, bro.
This situation lines up with what Lauren LaRosa is talking about with an incident at Tootsie's. So if Gervonta Davis, in the lead up to a big payday and a big fight, is driving sober to Tootsie's, so those of you who may not know what Tootsie's is, it's kind of like a strip club type of situation.
Strip club in Miami.
I wouldn't call it a brothel. Drake has rapped about it. It's like starlets. Like these guys, they pull up. It's kind of like a club / strip club at the same time, and they'll usually pay the chicks and like try to get involved with the chicks in some manner.
And they going too if the price is right.
So he pulls up there sober, and then this guy said he beat up a chick there and dragged her outside into the parking lot. This is insanity. Yeah. I can't even. This has got to be like a result of CTE, right? There's no way. How do you do something like this? And Tootsie's is like a famous place. That's what I'm saying. Drake rapped about it. It's not like he pulled up to a dingy club in downtown Baltimore or something.
Not that it matters either.
Something like that. And he just pulled her out the back. No, this is Tootsie's in Miami, big city. So for him to do something like this more, and I genuinely feel bad for Jake Paul, not just because of Jake Paul. Like he's talking about fight camps, right? Like fight camps are intense. So he's taking months of his time that he's training, and they're all dialed in on this fight. And then it's not just them. It's all of the... And this is why I think Jake feels emotional. It's not just for his situation. And Jake Paul, he plays the role of the villain. But people that have been involved with him have said, like, yo, his team, they're professional. They handled things properly. Jake Paul has always showed up for the fight. We've never seen Jake Paul show up too heavy. He shows up on weight.
And this is where it's like, say what you want about content creators, and obviously we have some bad eggs too, but I just think the background of a content creator be so different than like some of these celebrities, bro, because you come from a place where you're just kind of a kid with a camera that, wants to do good and be good and just be yourself, and you just turn on the camera and start making content. And obviously it doesn't go for everyone, but the ones that kind of rise, they always kind of keep some level of humanity and just being relatable. And it's just like, nah, like I got that respect for the people, but some of these celebrities, they get so worshipped, when it comes to like the actors, the athletes, like they start to really think they're above people versus like, I think YouTubers and streamers, there's like this level of like, we are a part of the people. It's like, yeah, we're famous. Yeah, we're making all this money, but I think the mentality just be different. Obviously we have some bad eggs too, like 100%, but at the end of the day, Jake Paul's foundation is YouTube, bro. And, I think I've seen, like, when I see, like, the Kai Cenats, the fucking Markipliers, the Mr. Beast. Let's say what you want about Mr. Beast, but it's just like, I don't know. And I kind of like how content creators are starting to really take the forefront of entertainment in general, because it just has a different taste, bro. It feels a lot more wholesome, especially when the guys like this get so big to the point it's like, yo, I could do whatever I want. We don't need the industry. We don't need the Hollywood. We don't need to be like these assholes, and we could still do things the right way and still be entertaining and still give the people what they want without being fucking dickheads, you know? Again, like I said, there's obviously bad apples in this space too, but I think it's way different than when you think about like these Hollywood bigger than life celebrities. They're all pieces of shit.
Now, granted, people are like, they use this criticism of, oh, he's not fighting a real boxer. That wouldn't be entertaining. If we just get a random professional boxer who's no name, it wouldn't be an entertaining fight. It wouldn't sell. We like Jake Paul for the spectacles that he can create and the matchups that people are like, oh, whoa, this is a really cool matchup. But he's always done business, from what we've seen, professionally. People haven't said anything negative about him. And that's why his company, Most Valuable Promotions, where they did the partnership deal with Netflix, and I think it was Stars. Was it Stars before that? I know it wasn't HBO. Or was it HBO?
It was HBO. He had some shit with his brother, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was Stars. No,
it was HBO.
Way. His company, so he's responsible for a lot of people that are on the undercard. So a lot of the people on the undercard, they really need this fight. And they've been prepping for this fight and spending money away from their family to show up, to get their payday and, to continue and sustain their career. Jake Paul, this isn't going to harm him financially. It's not going to put a dent in him. It's not really going to change much of his life. But all of the people that have been working, the coaches, etc., of the undercard, and like the other women that he's talking about that are probably going to fight on the card too, they got screwed. So it's so many people that get screwed because of a terrible decision that was made by Gervonta Davis. And this is why rappers are similar. It's like, do you think Gervonta Davis, when he's making a decision, he's thinking like, damn, how can this affect, like a person in the undercard that's still training to try and make it? No, he's not thinking that whatsoever. I don't even know what he's thinking. The guy probably doesn't have half a brain to be doing something like, especially at Tootsie's. Like, if it was a situation at his home,
like at his home, his girl threw something at him. Like, give us something. Like I said, there's never a good reason why you should ever be putting your hands on a woman. But bro, like, you just driving sober to the strip club and you like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why? Why put yourself in this situation? It's like, you niggas just be straight up dumb. Straight up dumb. How can I fuck everything up?
I'm going to say I understand. But if it's a situation in his home and he's with his girlfriend or whatever, and then he flies off the handle and cracks her upside the head, you can say, well, he's at home. It's like you can't justify it. It's still stupid. But you could say this guy has no control over his emotions and he did something out of rage. For him to get in the car, leave his home, or in Miami, leave the place, get in the car, drive to another location where there are a lot of people, and then go in there and commit the act. You had a lot of time in between to think, and there was no thinking done. It's not like, a spur of rage or an emotional outburst, which we're not going to justify either one. Either one would have screwed people over.
Yeah.
And screwed himself over, and it's foul and disgusting behavior. But this is quite disgusting. But this is the problem what Jake is talking about. Like, people aren't necessarily... There are a lot of fans of Gervonta Davis, but when it comes to fighting, people want to see an entertaining fight. So a lot of people paid to see Floyd Mayweather because they wanted to see him lose. And they were like, yo, when is this guy going to lose? So a lot of haters would watch him. So that's the different aspect of fight sports. But rappers are like this, and rappers just, they get away with it. For example, like, let's just take a couple of examples from this year. You know who he is. You know who they are. Rappers that we like, or we're not going to lie here. We like these rappers. And they're putting hands on chicks. They've got arrests. They've got crazy accusations. We're turning on the music anyway. Now, am I paying money to go to their shows? Hell nah. But also, they don't care what's going on with most people either. Like, people that rely on them and just show up. That's the easiest thing. And Gervonta Davis would have had an easy payday. So this is clown behavior from Gervonta Davis. Frankly, it's disgusting. I hope he gets terrible repercussions for this. And keep in mind, they're saying that this event at Tootsie's was just like the nail in the coffin. He was already unprofessional, not showing up, asking crazy demands. It was probably hell to just negotiate with Gervonta Davis. And then this is what comes out of it, which is a disappointment. And I feel bad for Jake in this situation. I'm not going to lie. Nobody, even if you hate Jake Paul, you cannot say that he's in the wrong in this situation, other than wanting to take the fight with Tank in the first place, where you could say, like, yo, this guy's got a history. If you're saying, like, oh, you're all for women and that's why you don't want to platform him, you already knew that he had this on his record before. You probably just thought, okay, this is a big payday. He'll be able to keep it together, right? Well, you got your answer. And
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look sweet.